So this week's Marvel coverage is all about Spider-Man and Venom. Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. Let's talk about that Spider-Man No Way Home leak. Yeah, you know that blue screen footage that went out that had Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man? And I don't care what he told Jimmy Fallon, that is not Photoshop. We caught you in 8K, man! And there was some guy who tried to make it like it was a deep fake footage, but no, he also said that that deep fake footage is fake. And no, that is a real footage of behind the scenes of Spider-Man No Way Home. Now this shot here is not the blue screen footage. This is someone who edited, put a background on it. I don't know who made this, but it looks incredible. And it gives you an idea of what this scene could look like in the actual movie. And to the left of him are a pair of hands. And in the video, there's a little bit of motion like he's talking to another Spider-Man. But when you look closely, those aren't the hands of Tom Holland Spider-Man. No, I think those are the hands of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. As you can see here, a close-up of his gloves in Spider-Man 2. So yes, in regards to the worst kept secret in Hollywood, especially in Marvel and Sony, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are definitely back as Spider-Man in Spider-Man No Way Home. Now before I talk about more Spider-Man No Way Home stuff, let's get into Venom. Now Venom Let There Be Carnage, which is the sequel to Venom, directed by Andy Serkis, is coming out in a few weeks. And there was already a screening that happened. Here are some of the reactions. The biggest strength of Venom Let There Be Carnage is its frantic pacing and exhilarating action, matching the kinetic energy Tom Hardy has with himself. Woody Harrelson is relishing as Cletus Carnage and is perfect for the role. Oh my god, stay for the credits. Venom Let There Be Carnage is a frenzied mix of buddy movie romance, Venom loves Eddie, and horror. It wastes no time in getting down to business and not relent. Hardy is on fire and Harrelson is Carnage. Do not miss the credits. So, no review allowed till September 30th, but Venom Let There Be Carnage was a fun movie that better in parts to the original. Carnage and Woody Harrelson steal the show. I just love him. The action was pretty entertaining, but there is one scene that will make you go in a good way. Now overall, it seemed to be positive reactions, but I guess we'll have to wait and see when the movie comes out. I actually enjoyed the first movie, so I'm looking forward to the second one. And it's a Spider-Man's fan's dream to finally get to see Carnage on the big screen. But being a Spider-Man fan, you can't help but wonder, well, that's great! Carnage versus Venom? Yes, let's get that. But where's my Spider-Man versus Venom versus Carnage? You know, it's in the same universe, right? Well, Andy Serkis seems to give away that it's possibly going to happen soon. In an interview with IGN, Andy Serkis said this: "Look, that's the question on everyone's lips. They want to know if Venom is going to meet Spider-Man. But personally, it's never going to happen. I'm only joking. Of course it's going to happen." But in the same breath, he's trying to tell you, let's be patient about this. Look, it depends when you want to get there and also what the appetite is. If people want more Venom stories, then to jump straight to Spider-Man, you could be missing out on so many great supervillain characters in between now and then. So in a way, by rushing to it, you might be closing the door. And yeah, I guess that could be true in some sense, but sometimes the villains are made because of the heroes, and the heroes are made because of the villains. And Venom is kind of more of an anti-hero, not much of a villain, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with the Venom character, and which Spider-Man is he going to go up against. Now, possibly the biggest clue of which Spider-Man Tom Hardy is going to be in could be this. Tom Hardy took a picture of himself with an interesting production hat. Yeah, look at that closely. Spider-Man No Way Home. And that is a production crew hat. That's not something that's out in the wild. So I guess he's going to be in Spider-Man No Way Home. And I'm guessing this Venom is within the Tom Holland Spider-Man universe, which is not surprising. I mean, didn't we just see Michael Keaton's Vulture in the Morbius trailer? Remember that? So I'm not at all confused by this at all. Although personally, I think Tom Hardy's Venom seems to match more of an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but I get that the current Spider-Man is Tom Holland, and that's the one they're going to go with. In fact, the last thing I'm going to talk about is a huge spoiler. Because people saw the movie Venom, and most of the reactions are telling you to stay for the credits, well, I guess that kind of leaked out too. So if you don't want to know what the post-credit scene is, well, then see you later and go and watch the movie in a few weeks. But if you're still here and you don't really care, and it's not really that big, and you kind of probably guessed by now what it could have been. So apparently at the end of the movie, Venom looks at a TV screen. And on the TV screen is, lo and behold, Tom Holland Spiderman. And Venom says something along the lines of, I really hate that guy, or something like that. There's several people that say different things about that. But basically, it's a Tom Holland cameo, but on the TV screen. Just to let you know that Tom Hardy's Venom is within the Tom Holland Spider-Man universe, which after this movie sets up what may be going to happen in Spider-Man No Way Home. That's why Tom Hardy had a production crew cap that says Spider-Man No Way Home, where he could possibly be in maybe the post-credit of that movie, or a cameo in that movie. So they're definitely expanding the universe and making sure that all the villains that are coming out of the Sony Marvel universe is going to connect to the Disney MCU verse. Whether that's in one direction and not the other way around, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But it does go to show you that they have major plans for the Sony Spider-Man verse, and I'm hoping, crossing all fingers and toes, that they could possibly expand Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man universe and Tobey Maguire's.